Have you ever scrolled through your feed and noticed someone who's just not there? No selfies, no vacation snaps, just a blank avatar or a landscape, maybe a meme, a digital ghost. You might wonder, are they hiding? Are they unhappy? Or do they know something we don't? Here's the psychology behind the people who don't post their photos online. This isn't about being shy. This is a conscious, often deeply intentional choice, and it reveals fascinating layers about the human mind in a world screaming for attention. If you recognize yourself in this, or someone you know, you're about to see them in a whole new light. Point 1. The introvert's deep dive into self-awareness. For many, it's not social anxiety, it's social awareness. They possess a high degree of introspection. They've asked the fundamental question, why would I post this? And their answer isn't a fear of judgment, but a quiet understanding of their own motivations. They've observed the dopamine chase of likes and the performative nature of sharing, and they've consciously opted out. This is emotional intelligence in action, recognizing a societal game and choosing not to play, because the reward isn't worth the internal cost. They find validation internally, not externally. Point 2. The locus of control is internal. Psychology talks about locus of control, where you believe the control over your life resides. For people who constantly post, the locus is often external. Validation, feedback, approval comes from out there. But our digital ghosts, their locus is firmly internal. Their sense of self, their joy, their milestones are for them and their inner circle. They don't need the digital universe to witness their life for it to feel real. They control the narrative by not having one. This is a powerful form of autonomy. Point 3. They've mastered the art of observational learning. While others are performing, they are studying. They are the silent observers of human behavior on social media. They see the subtle competition, the social comparison theory in full swing, the carefully curated highlights. And from this observation deck, they learn about others and about themselves. They gain insights without exposing their own vulnerabilities. It's a strategic withdrawal that gives them a clearer, often more accurate view of the social landscape. Point 4. A profound need for privacy as a boundary. In an age of oversharing, privacy isn't just about hiding, it's the ultimate psychological boundary. It's a line they draw to protect their mental space. Posting a photo invites comment, judgment, and energy, both good and bad. By not posting, they build a silent, impenetrable wall. This isn't secrecy, it's sanctuary. They understand that their image, their personal moments are data, and they are fiercely protective of that data. This stems from a deep understanding of personal sovereignty. Point 5. They are less susceptible to the spotlight effect. Cognitive bias alert. The spotlight effect is our tendency to believe others are noticing us far more than they actually are. Social media runs on this bias, but our non-posters, they either never fully believed in that spotlight or they've consciously rejected it. They know that in the vast, endless scroll, they're just a pixel, and they find a strange, profound freedom in that anonymity. They live for the moment, not for the memory of the moment seen through others' eyes. Point 6. The high value of mystery and selective intimacy. They understand a fundamental law of human attraction. Mystery draws people in. By being selectively invisible online, they create a layer of intrigue. Their real life, their real personality becomes a reward for those who make the effort to connect offline. This builds deeper, more meaningful relationships. Their social capital isn't spread thin across 1,000 followers. It's invested deeply in a few genuine connections. This is emotional independence personified. So what's the powerful takeaway? The person with no photos isn't missing out. They might be the most present among us. They've made a choice to exist beyond the algorithm, to find validation within, and to protect the sacredness of their own experience. They remind us that our worth isn't measured in pixels or likes, but in the quiet, unshared moments of a life truly lived. If this perspective shifted how you see the silent observers online, or even reflected a part of yourself you couldn't quite explain, then you understand the depth psychology brings. Hit like if this resonated, and subscribe. We decode the hidden layers of human behavior, so you never have to wonder why people act the way they do again. See you in the next video.